Oh, wow.
Yeah, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. It's Thursday, and you already know what that means. Plenty of laughs, off the subject discussions, and of course, real boxing talk. So pop open a cold one or vino. Here's the real life Tres Amigos, sports TV broadcaster and reporter, Beto Duran, your host.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
And co-host, legendary Golden Boy matchmaker, Roberto Diaz, and world champion trainer, Joel Diaz. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ThursDIAZ.
Oh, we are underway. Coach Joel Diaz, Beto Duran. How are you doing? Thanks as always to Jeremiah Gallegos with the intro. Told you, Coach, we're going to do it every single week, and I see all the comments on the right there. No matter. Coach, Roberto Diaz might join us. For those wondering, he's in Vegas right now getting ready for Linares' fight on Saturday. So he said he apologizes for being here, but there may be a small possibility. We don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We don't need him. I mean, we like him, but at the end of the day, I don't need him. I don't need you, Coach. This is what I need right here. It's been that kind of day. La botella de Don Ramon, I already opened it. So, it's not going to be an FU night, but I just need just something, man. I don't feel good today, Coach. I don't know.
It's going to be a chill night.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
It's going to start.
I mean, I feel the same way. But, hey, we have to pull through. I mean, it's the end of the day. It's the end of the day. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day. But I woke up this morning the same way. I feel like, oh, man, here we go again. But I pulled through. Thank God, another day. And enjoy your shot of tequila, man. You got a lot of it.
Yeah, Leti Ariola have always took care of me with that big bottle. It's been sitting here for a while. You guys keep making fun of me saying, oh, you're not going to drink it, But I'm not going to take a shot. I'm going to put a little in there in my tumbler from Imagine That Workshop. Aquí tengo la squirt también. So I'm going to make a little bit going on. I know you guys are watching the Lakers and the Dodger games, so we appreciate you joining us right now on ThursDIAZ. People are like, what's that noise? Oh, there's a big truck.
What did you break?
No, there's a big truck behind me, behind the house. It's like next to a main street, so sometimes the trucks make noise. But no, it's people are like, oh, are you still doing the show? Of course we're doing the show, because even though you're not watching us live, people go on the YouTube the next day and watch it. Guys like Danny Zamora listens to us on Monday while he's working on the iTunes. So make sure you guys go and rate review on iTunes. Leave messages there. And I see all the comments that people keep coming up with. Everybody wants Toño on the show. No, we don't need Toño on the show. But, Coach, I just want to say before we get going to this, I want to send some shout outs to some people that really, really do have a great time with us, and I appreciate them. Mikey V, I don't know who he is, but he comes up with these crazy graphic designs.
He does.
I don't know where he works. He said he can't tell us where he's at, but he has too much time at work. So Mikey V does a great job. Underground Kings, your friend, Underground Kings. Also, Denise Hernandez from Beer Me 760. Saludos a usted también. They do a great job. And thanks to everybody. Every single week, we keep on going, and we keep on growing, and we're here for you guys right now. So, Coach, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm always busy doing something. Before we get started, I wanna say happy birthday to Danny Zamora. I know it was Danny Zamora's birthday. I think.
Okay.
Danny's birthday was, I don't know, a couple of days ago, or I think it was yesterday. A couple of days ago. I know that one day or 2 days ago it was his birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to Danny. He's always listening. He's always watching the show, either when he's cutting grass or whatever. He's always watching. But happy birthday, Danny. Well, how am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm busy. We're motivated. We're excited to see that project coming along so well. I mean, I can feel that. That's great.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Don Ramon Tequila. Yeah, the gym is getting close. You're getting close, Coach.
I'm getting really close. Today they did the bathrooms. They look really good. And then I came up with some different ideas that I added to it, and they came out really good. But other than that, I got Tito Sanchez fighting next week, Thompson.
Yep.
And then I got Beck, the bully fighting Gabe Rosado, June 19th. On the same card, I have Manuel Flores fighting on the card. And then on the 26th, I got Batir Akhmedov fighting on the Davis Barrios card. And it just goes on and on until July 9th. I got another 2 fighters fighting on the Golden Boy July card. So stay busy. Thank God we got activities coming along. All these fighters are motivated to get back. Can't wait to get back in there with some of the fighters that were taking a long break through the pandemic, but now they're coming back. They're getting ready. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of good things coming up. I will see you next weekend in Corona. Is that where we're going to be at? Yeah, we'll be in Corona next weekend. Actually, I got to go get COVID tested tomorrow morning. My 60th COVID test tomorrow morning. So I'm going to have that
Wait. I think you missed it.
Why?
You sure? Because it was today.
No. I have to go for CBS on Sunday. So.
Okay.
So for CBS, I have to get. You guys went today, but my test tomorrow counts for next week. Because I was like, can I do this? That way I don't have to test Thursday and Friday. They're like, yeah, So 60 test number 60 tomorrow will be all right. So it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of good stuff coming up. And to everybody that's watching us right now, Fino Boxing, Mikey's wife Elvia, you guys watching us right now, and the people after the shows when you guys post it where you're watching it from, and people connecting the YouTube to their TV, always appreciate it. Make sure you guys tag us. It's really cool what you guys do, and I can't say this enough. Thank you so much. So let me give you what happened to me today, Coach. Or actually, let me go back yesterday. Mm-hmm. So yesterday, Mr. Ken Thompson from Thompson Boxing Club Show here in Southern California took Danny Roman, who fought the co-main before your fight with Brandon Figueroa,
right?
And he took us to a beautiful lunch yesterday at the Brea Chop House in Brea, California. Seafood tower. They bring out the tomahawk. They have the fillet. They have just the entire meat spread. And Danny's Morning went with us a couple months ago when we took Dutch over. And I knew the first time I went, like a good Mexican, don't eat too much. Sit there, niño calladito, behave, everything else, no, right? But now I feel comfortable. So I knew we were going to the steakhouse, and with Mr. Thompson, who is a wonderful, wonderful man, who tells you a good meal should be enjoyed with good people, and have a good steak with the wine. So Alex Campanova orders the food for everybody. Like, you don't order an individual steak. They order those big tomahawks and they spread it out. Right. It's fantastic. It's a great steakhouse. Mm-hmm. We were there for 3 hours. So Danny Roman's trainer, Eddie, was there. And he said, "Oh, Beto, your salad." I was like, no. I don't want any salad. I don't want any bread. It's a conspiracy to get you full because I know what's coming up here. He had the seafood tower. I had the crab legs. I was como rey, right? Como rey. I'm there. And I've been good on my diet, so I saved it up yesterday. And then about 7:30 last night, I felt 42 where all of a sudden the red meat, because I don't eat red meat that much. Right. It's right here in the chest. Oh, Coach. Like, the food was fantastic. But the food was fantastic. But then I, like that kid that likes cake a lot, and then you start eating too much. I ate the filet, I ate the prime, I ate everything because it'd be rude not to eat, right, Coach? Yeah. And like the potatoes on the side, no potatoes, no carb, pure protein. About 7:30 last night, just heartburn and everything just like stuck. I was like, I'm 42, I feel it, las agrudas. I was asking for sal de pico, was it sal de pico or the pico de sal, whatever. Sal de uvas. There you go. I was asking for sal de uvas. I found one that was expired from December. I still took it out.
But it worked.
So today, I took my son Mateo to school. He had a workout, and I went to go play golf with a couple friends. And about the third hole, somebody tells me, "Hey, are you okay? Are you hungover?" Like, no, I just had like that pain in me right now. And then afterwards, I had a beer. I felt better. I'm all right. And I go, and I'm good. I come back. I have another sal de uvas. And then I almost told you, Coach, I almost said, "Hey, I don't have any energy right now." Like, I haven't eaten since yesterday. I'm still full. Food was fantastic. Sure enough, my mom gives me the sal de uvas con una squirt, right? A good Mexican mom. With the squirt, boom, I'm ready to go. Vaporu. And I stood in the sun. I felt like a champ, Coach. And that's why I was like, all right, we're doing it. So when you texted me today, or we started texting about the show, I was feeling fine. So I was good. I set it up. And then I sit here, and now I'm feeling drained. Now I'm tired.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's what happens.
it got me. It got me. But I see all these people saying that they want Toño on the show, and we're not going to put Toño on the show. So because I'm going to fight through it. So I have my shot. I'm feeling good. I have my squirt, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right. So everything's good, Coach. I'm here for you. But the whole point of the story, I go watch a high school softball game today. My good friend Carlos, his daughter Marisol is playing. As we're leaving, somebody in the parking lot says, "Hey, Beto Duran." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? All right." Boxing fan, ThursDIAZ. I'm like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
And so whoever it was just drove away and just yelled ThursDIAZ at me. Like, that's what was the motivation right there, Coach. And that's why we do it for here.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but there it is.
I get a lot of messages based on the podcast starting Wednesdays.
No.
From Wednesdays, everybody's like, "Hey, Coach, tomorrow, Thursday is tomorrow, so we get our drinks." There's people that text me Wednesdays saying, "Oh, we're getting this ready, carne asada ready, the beer is cold, the tequila is ready for Thursday." I get that every time, and I feel you. Look, I've been on this project for almost a year. It's gonna be next month, and things are getting better and better every time. So we should be there pretty soon. The thing is that I got people that come to work and they come to work. I mean, they don't play around. Like these people, they just come to work. Tito's uncle and grandpa, Carrera Construction, they just come and whatever they're gonna do, they do it. They're not messing around. I got another guy. He's a friend of mine. I known him for many years. His name is Armando. Armando tells me, "Hey, what do you need?" "I need this." "Okay, let's go. Open it up," and I got it. And he comes in with a crew, him and two other guys, and they produce a lot of work. So yesterday, I felt like the way you feel right now. I feel drained, and I feel like my lower back. I don't know, like I pinched a nerve or something. I couldn't even walk. I barely made it home. Honestly, it was so bad that this morning I couldn't get out. I couldn't get off my bed. I tried to get up, and it was hurting so bad that I go, "I'm gonna get up." I got up and I started stretching. So I said, "Okay, today there's really not much to do because Saturday we're gonna bring the air conditioning units up on the roof, and today I'll take a little bit of a break." So I got my laptop. I go to the living room. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm looking for equipment. I'm trying to order boxing. Punching bags. All these equipment that I'm gonna put in the building. And as I'm already going through some of the websites like Tidal, Ringside, Everlast, whatever, I'm going to see what I want to get some nice equipment. I said I'm just gonna chill today. I'm not gonna go to the building. I'm gonna relax. I'm tired. I'm really tired. All of a sudden I get a call and they're like, "Hey, you were asleep?" "No." And this guy's like, I'm outside the gym. I gotta finish the job that I started." I said, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm right here. I'm waiting for you to open." And I'm telling you, I was like really tired. I said, I'm not gonna do anything today. So then I go, "Okay, just wait for me. I'll be right there." But it crossed my mind like, I'm gonna tell him to just come back tomorrow. But I said, no. I mean, whatever's gonna get done today is gonna get done today. I don't want to procrastinate and leave it for tomorrow. So as I'm putting on my shoes, I'm barely walking out of the house. Another guy calls me. He goes, "Hey, I'm not working on the other job today. You want me to do the restrooms for you?" "I'm ready." I said, "Sure." He goes, "Okay, I'm at Home Depot. I got the list of everything we need. You want to do it?" I go, "Oh, okay, wait for me there." So I go to the building. I open the building for the guy. I left him there, and I run to Home Depot. When I get to Home Depot, the guy already had everything. You're talking about toilets, vanities, mirrors, all the plumbing supplies. Everything you need for the bathrooms, right? So he goes, "Everything's on the card. Just go pay." Okay, go. Went in there, took care of it, and paid for everything. We got out, loaded up my truck, his truck, and we get there and we unload everything. And he goes, "I got this." Boom. All of a sudden, Tito Sanchez's grandpa comes in, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna fix the window. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna do this. Can you go to Home Depot and get I go, "Sure, let's go." So that was my morning. See, my morning that I was gonna supposedly rest. As a matter of fact, the Home Depot's close to the gym where I'm training right now. I said, I'm gonna be late to the gym. So I stopped by, and the neighbor's really good friend. I said, "Hey, here, I'm gonna give you the key because I might be running a little late. So when the guys come, just have them up in the gym. All right. So that's how what my morning was. But
see,
right now, when I went to the gym after I finished training, I went over there, and I see the progress.
Yeah.
I mean, the restrooms got toilet, vanities, mirrors. The doors are in. Everything. The office is in really good condition.
That's
ready
awesome.
to paint.
That's awesome.
So you see, but if I would have said, "Oh, you know what? Let's wait for tomorrow," I will be a day behind.
Well,
I did it.
Like Mikey said, los que madrugan, Dios los ayuda.
Exactly.
Well,
and I always do that every morning.
Yep. Yo madrugué también because I had heartburn. So nobody was helping me today. So I'm sorry. So,
Your mom?
No, man. She thought I was hungover. So she was like, otra vez, ya estás tomando tu vino. No, I'm like, oh, okay. But you know what? Hey, I feel your pain, Coach, because you were tired from working. I was tired because I had 3 steaks. You know, it's hard. It's hard being me, Coach. I couldn't get a manicure this morning because I slept in. It's tough. It's tough. People don't understand. I haven't had my Botox. It's hard. It's hard being me, Coach.
Believe me, I've been in that situation before. When Mr. Thompson, when Tim Bradley was with Ken Thompson.
Yeah.
Back then, believe me, I had a lot of those dinners, a lot of those lunches.
Fantastic, though.
I mean, in England, in LA, I mean, he would always take us to lunch like that. So I know, I feel your pain.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And thanks to Alex Campanova and Mr. Thompson inviting us and Jeanette for setting everything up. And also, Danny Roman is just the nicest kid. Like, super nice. Like, he just, I didn't know, like, we have the same barber. And so he's going to be at the show next week. I'm like, hey, Danny, call RC's for an appointment. He's like, oh, he's probably already booked and busy. I'm like, dude, you're a former world champion. Like, the barber's gonna make sure that they can take care of you.
Of course.
He's like, I don't want to bother. Just the nicest guy, man. The nicest guy. There it is. All right, so Coach, I survived Tijuana. Tijuana alongside Jessica Rosales, and Coach, I felt like Toño.
Why?
Here's why. Where's the rubber band?
A rubber band?
Yeah. My payment was in a rubber band last week.
Oh, really? they waited till the show was over so you get paid?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So, if you guys want to hear the entire recap, go to my Living the Dream podcast that I did on Monday. Jessica Rosales and I recapped together what happened as we crossed the border, all that other stuff. We went to Big Punch Arena. Have you been to that one, Coach? The Big Punch?
Never.
Okay, so Big Punch, once you cross the border, it's about 15 minutes east, and you're going into 15.
Oh,
and it's like, but it's going into a neighborhood that you don't exactly feel like the safest kind of area.
Yeah.
It's El Coliseo de Cumbias on the outside. It was cool. It was a great club show. Everything went great. It was fantastic. But the part I did mention in the podcast is that we got paid in cash. And
good, tax free.
Yeah, exactly. IRS isn't listening, it's all right. But it was wrapped up in a rubber band. So you guys know Jessica Rosales, beautiful, talented, fantastic reporter, ultimate professional. I give her pay in a rubber band. Beto,
she's smelling it. It comes from the strip club.
Pretty much. She's like, what is going on? Did you just hand me cash? I'm like, no, I didn't hand it to you. I kept it. I'll give it to you when we cross the border. So we were getting tacos outside Big Punch. And I'm standing there. And it was cool. I mean, I never felt like we were in danger or anything like that. We were just hungry. And then I look at Jessica. I'm like, we got some money in our hands right now. Let's go back across the border. Let's get out of here. Yeah. So we go, and it was getting darker. It was like about 9 o'clock by this time. So we get there. We get to the border. We walk across. It was great. And Jessica looks at me. She's like, did we just cross the border with a lot of money? I'm like, yeah, because when you're at customs, you're supposed to declare if you have money. So
there's a certain amount. I mean, unless you got paid over $10,000.
Oh, no. I got $9,999. But regardless, though, is that what it is? 10,000 you're supposed to report? Or whatever it is, I was just like, the fact that the money's in a rubber band, like I'm wrapped up. I'm Latino-ish. Jessica's like, very nice and super, like, so, like, what are you guys doing here? Like, oh, we just went to hang out for the day. Okay, no problem. We'll come back. It was cool. The experience at Tijuana fight, fantastic. I've been to the baseball games in Tijuana. awesome. Elite Boxing Promotions did a great job with it. It was really cool. You can go check it out on their YouTube, the fights, and it was cool to see the club shows, the way that goes back and forth. Because I've seen it in the United States, but the way that they had it in Mexico, where guys are just going after it, and you just see it, and like damn, I know I got paid more than any of the fighters there that night, and it's just like the way that they put themselves on there, and they're like 2 and 4 going at it back and forth. Right. So a lot of respect to those guys, and but I did the whole time when they handed me the rubber band, I felt like Toño. I'm like, this just feels wrong right now.
Yeah.
But at least I worked for it. Toño didn't when he got his money in
Toño. Toño didn't work. You did.
Yeah. But it was cool. It was a good experience. I really liked it. We went across the border. Then we walked over. And the cab driver on the way back to the border gets into the wrong lane. He gets into the fila where people are driving to get out. And he's like, oh, no. Un señor. Oh, lo siento. I'm sorry. I'm like, what's going on? All of a sudden, the traffic stops. He's like, no sé cómo voy a salir. Like, there was no exit. And all of a sudden, he just jumps the curb. We're on the other side. We're going. Jessica looks at me. What is going on here? Don't worry. We're going to get back across the border. We're fine.
You're in Mexico. Everything's fine.
Mexico. So it was cool. We survived it. It was a lot of fun.
In Mexico.
That's what it was. But a fight in Mexico, which is awesome. Like, the experience. There was only a couple hundred people there. But it was cool, the atmosphere of people going after it. I can't recommend it enough. If you know somebody down there, or I think, Coach, you're going to go down there end of June, right? You're going to Papa's Beer, Rosarito? Did I see a flyer?
No. There's an amateur show. Out in Rosarito on the 26th. But I'm not going to be able to make it because I got Batir fighting on that Barrios Davis card on that day. So I'll be in, I think it's Georgia.
Oh, they're just promoting you that you're going to be there.
Yeah, well, they invited me. They invited me, and this guy, he's the one making the show.
Okay.
Actually, I help him every time he makes a show. I always help him. I help him with some sponsorships. And he asked me last time. He says, "For my next show, can you show up? And just just come and make a presentation." I go, "Sure." But, now we got a date on that day, so I can't make it.
Oh, okay. Also, he's going to be... All right. Toño wants me to ask you, ask Joel when Julio fought in Tijuana. We had to wait till the end to get paid. Also, cash.
Yeah, when Julio fought in Tijuana, it's funny because Julio's fighting this guy, and the guy that Julio was fighting, his corner people were drunk. They were drunk. And Julio dropped the guy, and the corner people are laughing because he got dropped. Like, instead of helping him out or being like scared, nervous, whatever, they were laughing at him. Actually, the guy threw up in the ring. Julio caught him with a body shot.
No.
And these guys in the corner were laughing at the fighter because he got knocked out and he threw up in the corner. And we were there. The fight was over, and we're like, okay, we're ready to leave. Oh no, you guys have to wait till the end of the show to see, at the box office to see how much they got so he could get paid.
What?
So we had, Julio got paid from whatever the box office, raised at the door.
Wait, aren't you supposed to agree that whatever comes on, like when you show up, here's your purse, I'm guaranteed this amount?
Oh yeah, but you have to wait until they sell the tickets or the people that walk in. So whatever, you have to wait, and then they pay everybody from whatever they get on the way in.
Mexico. And you guys got paid in cash?
Yeah, puro cash para los tacos, like you.
That's I have no problem with getting paid in cash. I just wasn't expecting when the guy told me, hey, Beto, you did a great job. Come here, let me talk to you. And I'm thinking, okay, he's going to invite me to the next show. What's going on? And then he just gives it to me, and he's like, count it if you want. I'm like, he goes, I was like, no, we're good. He goes, no, cuéntalo. You won't offend me. It's okay. You can count it. I won't get offended. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
It was cool. It was an experience. Mexico. It's going on.
Mexico, yeah. They pay you. They want to make sure that they pay you when they tell you cuéntalo. It's because, they want you to make sure is the amount they gave you.
Yeah. It was, you gotta remember, cause I've only worked in the United States. And,
yeah, but now you're international.
No, I'm international.
Now you're international. You already crossed the border, which is great.
Yeah.
How about the next one is a little further down, Guadalajara. That's the way. That's a good start. You went from here, from California in the U.S. Now you're moving to Tijuana. Hey, pretty soon, hey, you're moving down south. Hey, come on. Pretty soon you'll be at one of those Pepe Gomez shows in Cancun. You never know.
We've done Pepe Gomez shows, but
exactly.
But it was because it was a Golden Boy show. But when it's a Mexico promoter, a different world. I like it because you know what I mean. I'm man. The people get the elbows dirty. I'm good for that. Like if I can be the club announcer for the rest of my career, just bouncing around from like Tijuana to Mexicali to Guaymas, and I'll do that, man. I already told Michaela, once I drop her off in college, I'm forgetting her. So like in 7 more years, I'm gonna be that guy who's gonna be
forgetting her.
Yeah. I mean, cause she'll be good. I'm just gonna be like bouncing around Mexico, announcing like club shows with like gray hair and a big gut and just like maybe some glasses hanging from my nose, and it's like, hey, you look like somebody that used to be somebody. I was just like Harry Carey drinking while I'm announcing the fights, because you never know. Like in 7 years, it could be all kinds of streaming. So I'll be, you know.
But do you see, Beto, the difference between the fights in Mexico and the fights here? Right here, you go to a boxing event and you hear the guys, come on, jab, 1, 2, come on, go forward, go get him. And then the women that are watching fights here, they're like, oh my God, he's getting hit. And in Mexico, they're like, pártele su madre. right?
Go. Okay.
Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right?
That was the best part.
Exactly.
So we walked into Big Punch Arena, and Jessica and I, you know, we act like we own the place. We walk in. They didn't take a ticket. There was no credential, no nothing. The door was open. So I've always done this, where act like you belong there until somebody stops you. We just walked on in. Nobody stopped us. We were good. We introduced ourselves to the crew, and everything was great. As we're walking, like the first 3 fights were going on, and they had sold those spots. And I hear exactly what you said. Pártale su pinche.
Yeah.
I turn, and it's like a lady in her 50s just yelling. And she's at a booth with a bucket, una cubeta. By herself, coach. Like, I don't know who she was with, but just there yelling. It was fantastic. But they will boo you if you suck, but they will cheer you if you put on un buen tiro. There was a standing ovation for 2 kids that were like 2 and 4 against a 4 and 5 guy. And these guys stood in the middle. They went at it. A standing ovation inside Big Punch. And I was like, wow, that's cool. Like, but the women, more scared of the women than anything else. It was as simple as that. Like
you hear the women more aggressive in an event in boxing in Mexico than the men.
Yeah,
the men are busy just drinking, you know, and the women are going at it. And believe me, they are really rowdy. I've also seen the Mexico the fans when they go to the show, and you know you got the A side and the B side, right?
Yeah. And
when the fight starts, they're all going for the A side, and if the B side starts coming up, they'll switch. They'll switch. Seriously. Hey, it happened to me one time. You remember Roberto El Maza Ortiz?
Yeah, Maza. Yeah.
El Maza. Well, Maza fought in Cancun, and he fought against a really tough kid. And he walks in the ring, and the whole arena was Maza, everybody. Vamos, Maza, dale, Maza. And then Maza did what Antonio does. He took a break for 3 rounds. And he was getting beat up. And the people turned on the other guy. So there was no more Maza. Like, and I'm looking on, are you serious? Everybody was on his side for the first, I don't know, it was 5 or 6 rounds. And then when he took a break, like Antonio, everybody turned against him. But then he started coming back. And he finished the fight strong, and he won. People came back to him like, "Oh, Maza, good job!" Like, but they switched, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, that's coach. Yeah. So the instruction in the United States, everybody's giving instruction. Like everybody's an expert in the crowd. In Mexico, there was no instruction. It was just like, "Chingatelo, blah blah blah."
Dale, parte de su madre, dale, pégale abajo.
Yeah, it just
hazlo por tu familia, vamos.
It was fantastic, and it's just because where we were announcing from, we're up on the second deck, so you could see looking down, and it's cool because it's Big Punch Arena is also a nightclub, so the way it's set up, where it's the booths are there, and So like it's the VIP. And coach, this was like 5 PM and people were hammered. I mean, I was ready to have a couple too. I didn't know what's really going on. But the people were just yelling over and over and over. And it's just they want to see violence. And it's like, I paid my pesos. I want to see violence. And I can see that where you and I did a show in Chihuahua, right? In Parral with Oscar Duarte. So
Duarte, yeah.
And that's a show where I saw where you ordered a drink and all of a sudden they're bringing you a bottle to sit front row. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're just going to leave a bottle here? Like a glass bottle? Like these are the ones that get thrown at people, that get hit people. Like, no, aquí está bien. No, todos se portan bien. Pero si pierde, I don't know. That's how Duarte's brother told me that. I'm like, what? Then we go to Mexicali. I go with Toño. Same thing again. It's just going all kinds of crazy. But it never feels dangerous. Like if you leave a bottle service in the United States at a fight, like a Balasco or something, somebody's going to get cracked over with that because people don't know how to behave. But if you're in Mexico, everybody has a bottle. Everybody's cool. Everybody's having a great time. It's like it feels safe, but it feels wrong, but it feels right, if that makes any kind of sense. It's hard to explain,
it does make sense.
But it's fun. It's just a lot of fun.
Look, it makes sense. And I'm going to tell you, I'll never forget when some of my first fights that I went to Mexico for was when I was still an amateur. I was like 16, 17 around that time. I helped Maromero Paez along with another guy that was here in Coachella. We used to spar Maromero for one of his fights. I think it was his very last fight in Mexicali, in La Plaza de Toros. If I'm not mistaken, Maromero Paez was the last guy who fought 15 rounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we were there. It was bad. I mean, there was a time where people wanted to go with us, and like, nah, because we go to Mexicali, you cross the border, and you go to an event, and it's bad. Mexico is bad. You walk in with your wife, your girlfriend. I mean, to an event like that, you gotta be able to withstand whatever comes, because over there, I've seen it happen. You're watching a fight, and you see a guy walk with his girlfriend, and when there's a group of people that are coming to a fight to enjoy a fight, they want to have fun, right?
Yeah.
So what they'll do is, I mean, they'll just grab the woman, they'll touch her, because I've seen it do it. And if you do something about it, I mean, either they're gonna beat you up because there's a bunch of guys, but if they're just like, okay, you know, he's already mad because, you know, we just did this to his wife or girlfriend. When he's sitting down, they'll be bugging him until the end of the fight. Like, they'll throw beer at him, they'll throw whatever, but they'll bug him, man. It's bad. I mean, if you're gonna go to a fight in Mexico, don't take your wife or don't take your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so I'm walking with Jessica, and like I said, Jessica Rosales, beautiful little person. She's barely 4'11", and Jessica she'll hit you too. But I'm walking with her. I'm like, all right, Jess, that's how the podcast. Like, you know what? Yeah, here, hold my hand. And we've known Jessica a long time. Like, holding her hands, like holding my sister's, like, ew, weird. I'm like, no. Yeah, come on, because you're right. You just never know what's going on. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's fun. I can't recommend it enough. If you have a chance to go to Mexico, if you know somebody who's going to fight there, go for it. And then, Razo last week joined us from Guaymas at the fights with Evan Sanchez. And shout out to Evan Sanchez's dad, who watches the show every single week. And Razo was sending pictures of what's going on. They're on the pier. They had bottle service there, not for but for the crowd and everything else. And it's like, it's cool. Like, I've done fights in Puerto Rico. I've done fights in Cancun, the Pepe Gomez shows, the fights in Mexicali, and I've done fights in Mexico City. So it's been cool. It's been a great experience. Yeah. And you're right, Coach. In Mexico, it's about the entertainment. A lot of people leave in the comments like they're saying, "Como los de la lucha libre también," right? Where they get into it because the crowd says, "Hey, I'm paying, so I'm gonna be part of the show." So I love that.
True.
I love that. All right. We're 34 minutes in, Coach. You have your barrilitas. You're good. I've had 2 shots. I poured it in. But I'm actually gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take one shot. We'll be all right. So all right, we will be taking your questions. A couple of them. So get them in. Good ones. I guess Roberto's not going to join us because he's in Vegas with Linares and Haney. So we will be getting your questions in. Toño says, reminder, I'm still here. iPad fully charged. Good, Tonyo. I'm glad you have your iPad fully charged. That's good. That's good. That's good. So, Tonyo, you have your iPad fully charged. That means you can watch the show tomorrow too while you're at the gym. It's fully charged. You'll be all right, ready to go.
Oh yeah, he can because now we got Wi-Fi. Oh no, but he's at the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay. See.
Yeah.
All right. So, saludos to everybody. Cheers. I'm gonna actually take the shot. Thank you, Leteriola, for the botella.
Tutu Brenes, Briones. He wanted some barrilitos. I'll take care of you next week.
Oh, there we go. There we go. If you guys have if you guys have a chance, go to the Golden Boy Instagram page. You can see Adriana from Fino Boxing did a sit down with Oscar De Loya. So shout out to Fino Boxing and everything that they do. All right, Tonyo. If you want to get on, we'll let you on, Tonyo. It's 9:05 right now, Tonyo. You got 9:08. If you don't come on, Tonyo, you're not coming on today. Chew Your Beer. Oh, by the way, if you're a beer drinker, make sure you guys follow Chew Your Beer out in the 818. Does a great job promoting the show. I sent them some stickers. Al Pastor or Adobada.
It's almost the same thing, no?
Yeah.
Al Pastor y Adobada is, to me, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Look at bueno. Here's a question for you, Coach. When does a boxing trainer and a broadcaster know to retire?
When? I don't know. That's a good question.
When does it?
A boxing trainer, I think, should retire when the reflex and the ability to coach is no longer there. I mean, when you can no longer, guide or instruct. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And now that you brought up that question, I don't do it disrespectfully, but there's a lot of trainers that, exactly you said, when is the time to retire? To me, I don't want to be one of those trainers that it's in that corner, and when that bell rings, it's taking you 10 to 15 seconds to get in that corner, and 10 to 15 seconds to get out of that corner. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because every second in that corner counts. And I've seen trainers that just because of their ego, they want to be in that corner when they can let a younger guy that can just jump in there and take care of business. Every second counts.
Got you. That's a good.
That answers your question. My time to retire is when I'm already my ability to walk up the steps in the ring, getting through the ropes, to guide and aid my fighter, and it takes me 15 seconds to get out of that corner. That's 30 seconds. It doesn't give me a lot of time to do what I have to do in that corner. I don't know if you guys see, when that bell rings, I run up the steps, boom, climb in the ring, and by the time I get to, if there's a cut, you gotta know that you have to clean it, hold it, put pressure on it. In your mind, while you're talking to him, you gotta figure out you got 10 seconds. When you remove that towel from that cut, you got another 10 seconds to put the adrenaline on. And then you got the 5 or 10 seconds to do the Vaseline by the time you get out. That is very important. When my ability, when I lose that ability, then it's like, you know what? It's time to just step aside and let somebody else do it.
People don't realize how hard it is to get through the ropes. It's hard.
No, it is. It is. And when the fight, depending on how the fight is going, there's fights that get really intense, and sometimes the adrenaline, your nerves, everything comes in play, and some people really freak out, and they don't know what to do. They get in the ring and they don't know either to start talking or to start aiding the fighter if they have a cut. So it's a process and it's pretty intense. Yeah. So to me, I've always said it because I've seen it in the past. I've seen trainers that they're already they're a little older, and it takes them forever to get in there, and it takes them forever to get out.
Yeah,
that's a long time, So I said, man, whenever that happens to me, and I feel that I'm not capable of doing it anymore, then you know what? I'm gonna say, I'll just sit on the side and maybe just
do the game plan.
Talk to somebody,
Yeah, that's an interesting. I thought it would be where you couldn't do the mitts anymore, where that might be.
Not necessarily, because when you got knowledge, you can train somebody to do mitts. Nacho Beristain doesn't do mitts. Nacho tiene manopleros, Nacho tiene manopleros, but he he's always asking the manopero what to do. For
Oh.
example, sometimes Antonio's doing mitts with the guy, and I'm telling Antonio what to do, with the mitts, because sometimes you see more from the outside than than what you see while you're doing it. If you're doing mitts, you're in emotion. You're doing mitts, and you're watching things, but you're not watching fully. Then if you will be in the corner watching the feet, the hands, the motion, the punching, and everything. So there's times in which Antonio's doing mitts, and I'm outside the ring and I'm watching. And I'm telling Antonio he needs to do this. He's dropping his right hand. He's pulling back. And he does the same thing. He does the same thing when I'm doing mitts. He watches from the outside and he tells me, "Hey, he's not doing this right. His foot is not on the right." Stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
to do mitts, you don't necessarily have to do the mitts. You can have somebody, but train them properly and ask them to do it the way you want it.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that answer. Max Palacios is giving us a thumbs down for not having Toño on. Max Palacios, you're about to get banned from the show. We don't need that negativity, Max Palacios, but we do appreciate you watching. Max, get rid of those thumb downs. And just for that, I'm gonna have Toño wait even longer. Forget you. What's up? What's up, Max Palacios? Appreciate you joining us every single week. Appreciate your support as always. Caesar Campos says, very true, coach. Caesar is also a good cut man. Pheno Boxing, do you keep track of your winning percentage, coach?
Well, my
Like
winning
do
percentage,
you keep track of like when you've won, when you've lost? Do you have like a pitchers doing baseball or a win-loss record or anything like that?
you know what? We've had like in the other gym, we had before, we had a board. We had a board, and in a whole year, that's why sometimes I laugh. I laugh when people say, "Oh, you've been losing a lot this year." Like, okay, really? I mean, if Antonio is my witness. We've had like between 56 to 62 fights a year, and we only lose like 4, max 5 or 6. In 1 year. It's a good number.
Yeah.
We win. We keep track of the fights that we win. And like we got like 54 wins, and we got like 4 losses or 5 losses in 1 year. So I'm like, okay, it's not bad. It's not like 50-50. We got a pretty good average of wins through the year, but we do keep track most of the time. Right now, since the pandemic started, we came over here in this smaller gym. We don't have full capacity, full access to a lot of things. So, we don't. But I know that once we start on the other gym, and every year we're going to keep following the same procedure. Every time we have a fight, we always have it like, okay, this guy fought, boom, and then we put win. Every week, we keep a track of everybody that fought, and which is a win, loss, or draw. And at the end of the year, we figure it out. This is how many fights we fought, how many wins, how many losses.
Coach, you guys write this stuff down?
Yeah.
Okay, Toño. Like Toño, you're on the show
there
now.
he is.
There it is. You know how to use a computer. Use the computer to keep track of this. That way you guys don't have to write it on the board.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tell Antonio to change his background, please.
Enamorado.
I'm sitting in a different spot.
Yeah. All right, so Toño, that's your job. You're not going to be writing stuff on the board anymore. You're going to use the computer.
Yes, when we start our new gym, every fight we start there, I'm going to start putting it in the computer. I'm going to do what they call it, an Excel or
Excel.
pasty, Excel. Start doing everything.
That's
Everything perfect.
All right, Toño. And Toño is back on the show, so Max Palacios, you better get rid of that.
Hey, Max, how you doing?
No shout-outs. I'll get rid of you.
Shout-outs.
I'll get rid of you right away. No shout-outs.
Right now.
Coach, there was a question up here that asked, is it La Plancha or a Ziploc bag? What does that mean?
La plancha or the Ziploc bag is like a linsual.
Okay.
Basically, they're talking about an linsual.
The bean did better.
Antonio, the question was for me, not for you.
Ya que la Toño.
Relax.
Ya ves?
Let me tell you. Hey,
Toño's going to get banned quick, man.
look, I'm going to tell you a very interesting situation here. And even Big Mike, shout out to Big Mike Rodriguez.
Yeah.
This guy is a great cut man, a great person. It's always a pleasure working alongside. He was with me in the corner with Brandon Figueroa. Um, the story with me is this, and he always tells me, "Hey, you working cuts tonight? Yeah. You got the bean dip? Yeah." The thing is, as I started as a trainer, I became good friends with Chuck Bodak. Remember Chuck Bodak?
Yeah. Legendary.
Legendary Chuck Bodak.
Yeah.
Chuck Bodak was an example of a great human being.
He's
Chuck
the one that put
Bodak
the stickers on his head, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a come in for Oscar for a lot of the great champions in boxing. Chuck Bodak was such a great person with a great heart. He always had in his pocket, he had rollitos with ligas of money.
Yeah, like me in Tijuana.
Yeah, like that. And look, and this is true. He always had his pocket full of little rolls of money, and it was always $3 with rubber bands. And every time he see a kid, he'll give him a little roll. Like he'll give $3 to kids.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So at one point, sharing the dressing room with him and asking him questions like, I want to be a cut man. I want to learn the trade, And he would tell me, it's not bad. He says, if you really want to get into it, I'll teach you. He gave me my first inswell, and I still have it. He gave me the first inswell because he used to carry inswells, his own inswells that he had, and he would tell me, he goes, let me tell you one thing. All these guys, they use a plancha. A plancha is the inswell, the iron, piece of iron. And he would tell me, oh, but that doesn't work. He goes, that doesn't work because that metal piece, you put it in ice, and as soon as you put it on your skin, the cold will go away. It's not as cold, the temperature change. He says, you need aluminum. You need aluminum. Aluminum holds more of the cold. Okay? And he goes, look. So he grabs, those nacho dip, the little aluminum nacho dip
yeah.
For the chip. He had two of them. And what he would do, he goes, look, when you go to the store, you can go to any market and buy some of the nacho or bean dip, and then just take it out, eat it, whatever, and then grab a screwdriver, and the back part, is round on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Just put pressure and make it round on the bottom. Okay, sure. He goes, and you got an inswell, the best inswell. Antonio is my witness. Antonio is my witness when one kid at the Boys and Girls Club was trying to jump a fence and he couldn't jump it, and he kicks the fence and the fence hits him back on the forehead, and he had a knot. He had a knot on the forehead, like a tennis ball.
A tennis ball, yeah.
Yeah. So they bring him to me. They're like, hey, Joel, can you fix this guy? Yeah, bring him. So I remember I got one of those aluminum things, and I started rubbing it. In 15 minutes, I brought it down, right?
Yeah.
Man,
but yeah, say what we've got to say, you fill it up with ice. Then you
fill it up with ice.
Yeah. Take out the beans. Take out the beans.
Yeah, you have to fill it up with ice. That's the reason why I always carry my bean dip, a jar, and the lid it has nacho dip. That's why Mike always tells me, hey, you got your bean dip? Yeah, but it works really well. Believe me, I've had Tim Bradley with swollen eyes. I will bring the swelling down any of my fighters with that. And I never use the inswell. I have an inswell as well, but I never use it. To me, the more effective inswell is the bean dip jar for me.
It maintains cold because it's aluminum, and then it has the ice inside, so it brings the swelling down quick.
Only in boxing do you use a bean dip to cut down. No, but I'm saying because that's a tool taught to you going down the years. You can get all this other stuff, but it's the stuff that legends teach the next generation and go on and forward. Ruben Gonzalez, the tractor man. He's watching us in Saludos de Ensenada. You're a good guy.
No, saludos. Nono's in Ensenada.
The tractor doctor.
Hey, Nono right now, honestly, I saw his story. He's by the beach with a thong, laying on one of those beach beds. Dude, hey, congratulations, man.
Qué buena vida. Our good friend Chew Your Beer says, for both of you, what does it take for you to stop coaching a boxer?
For me, to stop coaching a boxer, the boxer is when you dedicate your time, effort, and knowledge to a fighter, and repeatedly you repeat yourself every day, and you see that they're not learning. Basically, when you start training a fighter and you teach him one thing today, he needs to learn it for tomorrow to move him up again. But if you have to teach the same thing over and over because he's not learning, you're like, this is not for you, man. We'll find something else to do. We had fighters that you teach them the same thing for months.
Every day.
Every day. And they're still, I mean, it's like when you go to school. I mean, you got to go from first grade, second grade, third grade. And there's fighters, honestly, they do not move to second grade. They stay in first grade. So what does that mean? That they don't have the interest. They don't have the passion. So you know what? Just go find something else to do. You know, this is not for you.
Okay. And also when you're training them, they're showing how much they want to learn. And there's some that they're like, you tell them do this combination, and they'll be like, they'll be like looking around, okay, and they just do it because you asked them to do it, but then they're not doing it right. That's when you're like, these guys don't really want it, you know. So you rather spend that time with somebody who really wants to learn.
How do you tell him you're done with them?
How do you tell them? I've done it. I'll tell them, you know what? This sport is not for you. Find something else to do. Because you're going to get
talk
hurt.
to the parent.
Because you're going to get hurt. I basically tell them, you know what? Boxing is not a sport that you're going to play. Boxing is a serious sport.
Yeah.
You can get hurt. And I don't want to be responsible, you know? Well, I mean, if I'm going to train you, you're going to give me 100%. You're going to give me 30%. So basically, you know what? Find something else to do because you're going to get hurt, and I don't want to be part of it.
What about for a pro?
The worst thing you can do as a trainer is lie to a fighter and tell them, man, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're going to be a world champion when they're not.
Well, you know they're not.
Because they believe it, and you're going to take them to a fight, and they're going to get hurt, and it's your fault.
See, what I do with the kids, like when they're not listening to what I'm telling them, and they're not learning what I'm telling them because they just don't want to learn, I tell them, hey, you know what? I go, I'm teaching you all these things. You're not learning. I don't see you have interest. Go show me some interest for the next couple of days. Show me you're working hard, and then I'll see if we can start working again. But then they'll start over there hitting the bag, messing around, and then on their own they just leave. They won't come back.
But
There's times, Beto. There's times. Excuse me to interrupt you.
No.
There's times that instead of just putting them aside, you'll give them more attention. Like me, I've done it before at the Boys and Girls Club. There's kids that you can tell they don't like it, they don't want it, but the parents want to live a dream in their kids that they never had the opportunity to live. You know. So this is what happens. What happens is I've done it many times. There's a kid that he doesn't want to box, but the dad is pushing him to box, right? So what I do is, okay, and I can tell that he doesn't have the passion. He doesn't have the dedication. So what I do is I give him more time. I push him harder. I give him time. I push him harder. I work him harder. And you know what happens? They'll give up. They won't come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're getting more attention.
Yeah, no, because they're going through hard work.
Going
through hard work. And that hard work is something that a kid that is disciplined needs. If you put hard work into a kid that really wants it, he'll be looking forward to coming back tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
but if you put a lot of work on somebody that doesn't want it, he won't come back because for him it's torture.
Completely
and
agree.
I've had kids that I pushed them hard, and they didn't want to do it in the beginning, but when they saw the work that I was giving them, that we were giving them and pushing them, that motivated them for the next day, and they became good.
Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the boxing mind game. I just don't get it. Like parents who put the kids in there if the kids don't want to do it. Like okay, it's one thing to play them in tennis and soccer and baseball, but you're watching your kid get his ass kicked for your dream. Tú métete mejor. I just don't get it. Like if you're teaching the kid like respect, like Danny Roman was telling us a story that he got into boxing because he was at a soccer game when he was 8 years old and he got beat up. He came home and his uncles were, come to the gym, learn to protect yourself. And then he said he liked it. He went on his own. Yeah,
Beto, I've had kids that come in with their parents. The parents are like, "Oh, I want to see if you can train my son. He wants to box," and the kid's like, "No, I don't." Yes, you do. I'm like, and I look at the dad and I look at the kid. I go, "Do you really want to box?" I don't know. So I tell the dad, "Hey, he really don't want it, and if he doesn't want it, it's not gonna work. He's not gonna give me what I want from him. So you might want to go back and talk to him and see if this is exactly what he wants or what he wants to do. Because I don't want him here, where I'm gonna be pushing him, and he's not gonna give me his 100%.
Yeah.
And okay, I'll talk to him. And then they'll talk, and then they'll leave. Or sometimes the dad will still be next to, "Oh, yeah, he wants to do it. Teach him." So I'll go teach him, and then the next day the kid don't want to come.
Yeah, I was I live in Carson, and in Carson we have the Favela Chavez Boxing Center, just like the Boys and Girls Club you guys have.
Yes.
And Jermaine, good dude. I saw him the other day. I was working out, and I was like, "Jermaine, do you guys have your kids class going back?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was just having a conversation with him. I was like, "So in Carson, the first 4 weeks is the intro class, where the kids don't get gloves." He was telling me this. All they do is they skip rope, they run, and then they shadow box. And that some of the parents are like, "Well, when are they going to put the gloves on? When are they going to put the headgear on?" Like, wait. You don't need that. If your kid doesn't want to jump rope for 10 minutes, then I don't need to advance him to this. And he said that his numbers have been going down because they've been taking it to other gyms. And he's like, "Well, over here they spawn the first week." Well, shit. Well, your kid doesn't want to do this. Like, you got to learn the rope, right? You got to learn the basic stuff. So that's kind of what you got to.
We teach them how to walk the line. They gotta walk the line before they. Walk the line.
Learn the stance first.
How to walk the line with the steps. Walking forward, walking backwards, and then walking left, walking right. And then we see after they dominate that, and then we start teaching them how to throw a jab. And then it's a step by step procedure. Why? Because when you teach them properly, they learn better. You gotta teach them how to stand, how to walk forward, how to walk backwards. Your footwork is very important.
Yeah.
And then once they do that, now you have to coordinate your feet with your hands. You got to teach them how to throw a jab and always fall at the right stand. Your foundation coordinated with your hands. You got to teach them how to throw a jab first.
Yeah.
Throw your jab with your right hand up. And then from there, when they get that down, and then you start teaching them how to throw a jab and a right, a jab and right.
Around.
And then you go from there to a combination. Start out in a punch. We started from the beginning. So the beginning is like, if over there they teach them how to jump rope and shadow box, we teach them how to walk a line. Sometimes there's kids that walk a line for a whole week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, until they learn it. Well, basically, Beto, we're teaching the kids the foundation. Remember, it's like a house. When you're building a house, you gotta start from the foundation, from the bottom up. Yeah. That's what we do. We teach the kids how to stand first, because the kid is never gonna learn if they're punching first, but they're not working their feet. Because the feet are gonna go one way, the hands are gonna go the other way. So everything has to start with the stance, with the movement first, with the stance, and then you gotta
have a solid foundation.
Exactly. After they have that, then you move with the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I just want to go. And do what's it? Would they do the speed like this? Would they go like that? Count my punches. I just want to do that. Count my punches on Instagram. Those boxers.
No. You can do that. Beto.
Yeah, you can do that. Beto.
You can do that in the bathroom when you come out of the shower.
That's what you gotta do. That's what I see all these young boxers do. Count my punches. And I'm
that's how I do it.
I count 0. You didn't do anything. You just did this.
Yeah. Without mentioning no gyms.
The tequila's kicking in now.
Hey. Without mentioning no gyms, no coaches, no names. I'm gonna tell you about a gym that I know. Beto, you take your son, Mateo, to the gym and tell me, "Hey, my son wants to box." "Oh yeah, how old is he?" "Oh, he's 12. "Hey, come here. Glove him up. The first day,
they put him to
spar. Put him in the ring with somebody that knows. Okay.
Yeah.
And this I know. And if you talk to the coach, he'll tell you, "Yeah, that's why I get them there first. I have to see if they really want it." So he puts them in the ring with somebody that knows. And if the kid takes a beating and he likes it, "Oh yeah, this guy's gonna be good." If the kid takes a beating and he starts crying, don't bring him back. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
What is it? It's like 1975? What is this?
I'm telling you.
Well, Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's the way. That's the way they he gets his kids inside. Like if
Oh.
the kid takes a beating, he'll be like, "Oh man, this guy's badass. He's tough." Okay, but he just took a beating with the kid that knows how to fight. No, but then he starts dedicating his time. It's time to work with the kid.
See, okay, that's the
No,
best.
it's bad. Believe me, it's bad. I mean, by the time they finish their amateur career, they're no longer there psychologically.
I
By
can
the
see
time they
that.
turn pro, they will make it. I mean,
I can see
I've
that.
seen I've seen the guy come to my gym and bring amateurs to spar, and I'm like, these are amateurs. I need pros. No, but it's fine. They can do it. No, no, no. I protect his fighters more than he does because I've seen some of his fighters sparring my fighters, and my fighters like really hurt them. And I'm like, no, that's it. It's over. Oh no, 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 no.
No,
Let him
keep
move up
going so you
around.
can learn.
No, 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 no. Hey, I don't want your boy to get hurt here in my gym. Relax.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my gym. You're not
Yeah.
gonna take care of your boy. I will. I mean, he needs to be protected.
Yeah.
But no, no, no. He needs to grab it. He needs to be man up.
Oh God, that,
See,
that's that macho attitude. That's what they're
the
kids.
attitude is not good.
They're kids. Right here, another good question for Chew Your Beer: is there such a thing as natural talent for a boxer?
Yes. There's natural talent is a combination of confidence and ability. There's fighters. There's fighters that need to learn the how can I say the ability to box. It takes them longer to learn, but there's fighters that are natural. They're already got it down. It comes out naturally from them. I'm gonna give you a good example. Antonio, growing up as a kid, he worked for his talent more than Julio did. Julio was talented since he was a kid.
It
Julio
was
would
a
get in the
natural
ring.
talent.
Julio will get in the ring since he was a kid, and he will box around the ring, hit you, move, and he would pick you with a jab, and he did whatever he wanted. Antonio had to work harder to get that kind of work.
To get that kind of work.
That's natural. There's fighters that are natural talented, and there's fighters that need to work harder to get the natural talent.
And one thing that I really get mad at is that I've known all these natural talented fighters that have so much talent, dude, and they're just lazy, man. There's no dedication. It's like, man, you have everything. You're naturally talented. You have everything. You have a great promoter. You have you have great talent. You could be the best in the world. But they're like, I'm good. But sometimes I tell them, sometimes hard work beats talent.
Oh
You
yeah.
could be so talented. You could be so talented, and you have a guy that works hard, and he's gonna beat you. And it happened to me one time. I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Quick.
Quick story. Well, not too quick because this is a pretty good story. I have a kid. I'm not gonna mention no names or anything, but I had a kid here in my gym. I was getting ready to go to a tournament, big national tournament in out of state. And one of the other clubs came and told me, hey, do you have a sparring for one of my boys? I go, yeah, I got some sparring, but I go, hey, we might see each other in the tournament. We're both going in the same weight class. So the other coach told me, what are the odds? My guy is, they're just gonna work. What are the odds they're gonna face each other in the tournament? So many kids in the tournament. I go, okay, just bring them then. So I told my guy, hey, go in there, don't throw punches, just keep your hands up, just act like you don't know what you're doing, So the kid is in there with his hands up, and he's getting hit. The father of the kid that I was training comes in, and he's like, come on, son, you gotta throw, and he was all mad because someone was getting beat up. So I was telling his dad, hey, dude, chill, relax, I got this. No, coach, my son's getting beat up. I go, dude, relax. He got so mad that he wanted to take the kid out of my gym to somewhere another coach. So then the tournament comes, and the other kid was so talented. He was a badass. I don't know how many multiple time national champion and everything. My guy was really, he was a pretty good tough kid. He was pretty starting. So we go to the tournament, and we end up meeting each other in the finals. My kid with this kid. So then I told my guy, hey, release the beast. Just put it to him. Put pressure. The guy came out in the first round, I'm confident because he has part of me. I beat him up already, right? And my guy just went at him like nonstop, throwing punches and beating him up. Dude, that kid didn't even know what was hitting him. He was like, dude, but by the second round, I'm not lying to you, by the second round, the kid was throwing up. He was tired. We gave him 8 counts. When they were saying the decision, the kid was holding the referee's hand. I mean, actually, the referee was holding his hand with one hand, and in the other hand, he had a bucket where he was still throwing up.
What?
And we beat him. Yeah, we beat him. So after the fight, we came back, and I told the father, now you see what I meant in the sparring, why I did that in the sparring? I had the kid psychologically thinking that he was going to beat up my guy at the tournament because he beat him up in sparring easy. So he didn't train as hard. My guy went in there and he actually did what he had to do. He released his talent and pressured the kid, and we won the tournament.
Interesting. That's interesting.
You see, Beto? And
Sí sabe, sí sabe.
And you think that Margarito had beat him up bad.
Hey, esa célula no la golpeó. Esa célula no la golpeó.
He left a little bit. Le dejó poquito.
No, he left a little bit. No, you know what I mean? It's like
no, I got you.
I've had these fighters that I mean, they're so great fighters. They're so talented, but they're but they get lazy. It's like, dude, like I get mad. Like, dude, you have everything in your hands to be the greatest, but you just, I go, dude, like, well, your job is just to get up in the morning, run, train 2-3 hours in the afternoon, and watch your weight. That's your job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, there's a couple of fighters that come to my mind. They're naturally talented, and they were always been Diego de la Hoya and Abner Mares.
Really?
I mean, naturally, they'll get in the ring.
And Jesse Magdaleno.
And Jesse Magdaleno.
Yeah, he's badass.
Those guys will get in the ring with anybody, even if they were out of shape, and they had the confidence to control anybody, like that.
Really?
Diego de la Hoya has taken 6 months off, and he'll come to the gym for the first day. Walks in the gym after 6 months without training, sparring, nothing, sick with the flu, and he'll tell me, Coach, I want to spar. With who? With anybody. And he'll get in there and do 4 to 6 rounds, and he'll dominate anybody.
And do very good, dominate.
Interesting.
Dominate. Abner Mares will do the same thing. Jesse Magdaleno will do the same thing.
Abner was pretty good.
Those guys were naturally talented. Like, they had everything to dominate a sparring session.
Yeah, and I saw today that Diego de la Hoya is going to fight July 9th at LAFC Stadium. He's going to be on that card. So
he's fighting a Puerto Rican.
He's fighting Puerto Rico. Okay, so we'll see that. Now, I'm going to ask you, if you guys have questions, I do see them, but I'm going to follow up on this question. So I see this, my son Mateo plays basketball, and he also played baseball for a little bit, but he's 16, and he's in that basketball world where me as a dad, I always wanted him to be the worst on the team. I never wanted him to be the best one because if you're going to be playing at the top level, like he wants to play in college, is he going to? I don't know, but he wants to, but I'm getting him prepared for that. But my thing is, I don't ever want you to be the best on your team because if you are, you're not getting better. I want you to be challenging yourself because as an adult, as when you're in college, that's where you want it to pay off. Like, I don't care about you being the best 14-year-old out there. Does that happen in the amateurs too? Where guys or kids are like, I don't want to go to the big tournaments. I want to, because I kid you not, I think I've said this in the past, is parents will tell or send me a DM saying, hey, can you promote my kid? Can you shout him out? And I never do it because I just don't want to start open up that rabbit hole, because if it's I promote one, I promote another. And that's just not just in boxing, but like in other sports too. And I'm like, does your kid want this or do you want this? And it's like,
I have the right answer for you.
What is it?
You should just let your son be and let the coach deal with it. And you just
and be a father.
Just be a father.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things in the sports, a lot of the problems, issues with the fighters, athletes, are the parents.
Yeah, man.
The moms, the dads. It's like if parents are always having a say so in a fighter's sport, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's times in which there's parents that bring a kid to a coach. The coach is training them, and they're always like, "Oh, I don't want him to do this. Hey, he shouldn't be doing this." Then right there and then they're
or the time the kid has to do things.
Oh, what? Don't do this, or they go home and in their garage they're teaching them
The
their
trainer.
way because they think that that's the best for you. And when they come to you, they're not doing what you're supposed to be, what you're telling them. I mean, I just my
Wow.
I mean,
I see.
my
Okay, because
opinion to this is
I see it in
just
the on.
let the kids be.
Yeah.
Let the coaches do their job.
Yep.
If you take a kid to a coach, that means you're gonna believe in that coach.
Yeah.
If you don't take it to him. I mean, because when you start getting involved, you're gonna because look, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Kids kids are loyal to their parents, right? And most of the time they become loyal to the coaches. So if the coach is telling them go right, and the parent is telling them go left, they're pulling both ways. Who am I gonna please? I gotta please
They're
my dad. I
confusing
gotta
them.
please my coach, because
Yeah.
they feel like they got loyalty between the coach and they love the father. So that's the distraction that you put in a kid's mind when the coach is telling them go left, and the dad's telling them, "Mijo, go right."
Yeah.
So the kid's like, which way should I go? You know what I mean?
This is a good question right here by Venemo Sound 84. Have you ever told the parent step back and let you do your job?
All
Every
the time.
day.
Every day.
Every day. Even
Really?
today. Even today.
Even today. How do you say it? I told one of the dads, dude, do your job. Like just be a father. I mean, you're go do your business and let me do my business. But
Look.
he's doing this, and that. I'm like, dude, relax.
Look, there's a kid sparring at the gym today, and he did his job, obviously, but out of working
Little
in
mistakes.
our gym, no. I mean, besides working in our gym, he's sparring in different places, and sometimes every day. So you load the kid up with work, right? The kid is not gonna perform every day the same way. You know, it's boxing. Every day is different. Your body reacts different. Yesterday I was really tired. Today I was tired.
Different.
Monday I wasn't tired. You know, I mean, I produced more work the other day because I wasn't tired. Today I didn't produce as much. So basically it's the same way with an athlete. So today the kid's sparring and the dad is really mad. The dad is mad. And I heard it because Antonio was telling him, hey, let him be. He's not going to perform the same way every day. Please just be a father. Keep your... Oh, but this... And I heard him and they asked me, hey, coach, what do you think? I said, I don't want to be part of it. I'm out of it. You guys deal with it. Why? Because
Dude, it's because
parents supposed to just stay in their spot. It's like when there's parents that want to work a corner. No. You know what? Just get your front row seat and sit there and watch your son fight. Period.
Oh yeah. Like
Hey,
if you,
Beto.
no, hold on. Like if you guys see my Instagram, you'll see me at my son's game. I'm mopping the floor. Right. That's my job.
Good.
That's my job because look, my son's a good basketball player. I don't tell him anything about basketball. My job is to drive him and pay.
Right.
And that's it. I don't say anything. So the other day, his trainer was like, "Did you see what he just
You're a
did?"
great parent.
I think so because I'm broke. So they were like, "Hey, did you see what he did? He was doing this. He was doing that." I'm like, "Well, he better be doing that because I'm paying you to teach him how to do that. Like that's your job." But
see, like this parent we're talking about.
is he
I
watching?
get mad at him.
Is he watching?
I hope not.
I
hope not.
He goes. No, he goes to sleep like around 7:30. see, this guy. Every time the kid spars, it'll be like, "Come on, let's go. 1, 2." The kid throws 1, 2. Why don't you follow with the 3? Okay. The kid throws 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Why don't you follow with the 4?
Oh, okay.
Like the kid throws 5 punches. Why didn't you follow with the 5? It's like, dude, like
With a 6.
There's never nothing. He's never doing nothing right because if he throws 5 punches, he needs to follow up with 6. If he throws 6, he needs to follow up with the 7. It's like, dude, like, I mean, and they tell me, coach, you gotta keep teaching him not to steal. I go, dude, don't you see me teaching him every freaking day when I do miss with them? Not every day, but when I work with them, I throw a combination and I throw punches at him, and he has to stay low. He works wrong. He works the angles. When he's sparring, it's not my fault. He's getting lazy in there. I teach him exactly what I gotta teach him. We do everything right in the mid work. But when it comes to sparring, I can't be holding him and pushing it back and forth. I go, he has to do it on his own.
It's called frustration. It's called frustration because the kid is trying to please everybody at the same time, and you can't. I mean, if you got your father in the corner,
the kid's a good little fighter. He's a good little fighter, but
if you got your father in the corner and you got your coach in the corner, he's gonna please both of you guys. And like I said, if the coach is telling him to throw a jab and the dad's telling him to throw a right, they're like, who do I please? You know, I
Yeah.
like both guys. You know,
Toño,
Toño. Yes, sir.
have you ever told one of those parents, hey, you need to take a break?
I do. I always tell
every day.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Joel's a little bit different. Joel will come in and tell them to step away, but like in a nice, longer, soft way. I'll tell dude.
More professional. More professional.
Something like that. Is that what you want to call
More
professional?
professional. More professional.
Dude, I get mad. Yeah, I'm an asshole, dude. It's because the thing is that I'm there doing my thing. They ain't paying me, dude. I'm helping the kid out, and then they're trying to tell me how to do my job. Like, dude, just fucking shut the fuck up and sit down. Like, dude, I told him like that.
Hey, Toño, take a break right now. Take a break right now. Take a standing there. Hold on, Toño.
No.
At the beginning of the podcast, when I brought out the tequila, I said it was going to be an FU night.
No F.
I didn't know it was going to be you effing everybody, man.
No more.
No more?
Yeah, like I said.
Am I going to have to, Toño, am I going to have to delete this episode because of you?
Nope. No more.
Pero síguele.
No, but digo, it frustrates me sometimes when when the fathers they want to get too into it. It's like, dude, like let us do our job. You know, it's like, I mean, I learned this from when I was coaching myself, and then I would see parents tell Joel different things. I would see parents tell the other coach. As a matter of fact, I was at the Coachella Boxing Club with Lee Espinosa a couple of days ago, and he was like, oh, he was talking to one of his friends. Oh, this is ThursDIAZ. He speaks all over my gym, right? He goes, he speaks all over my gym. And then he even said, one thing I like about the Diaz brothers, it was that the father never interfered, never said anything. My father, and I told him, it wasn't that my dad wasn't a fan or a supporter of us. He was a supporter, but he always gave Lee his respect of a trainer. Yeah. My dad would only go to the gym and watch the spar or train. And we told him, Dad, we're gonna train this day. You want to come see us? He'll come and see us. But he would never be bugging AD this, AD that, no, never. And that's one thing that Lee tells. That's what the.
Tutu.
That's one thing that Lee tells everybody, that our dad was one of the ones that never interfered in his job.
Yeah, you know what? Like my old baseball coach used to say, my dream job is to coach a bunch of orphans because the parents will never complain.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so wrong. That's so wrong to say, but now I understand it. But there was a question here.
Yeah, you know who said that? You know who said that too in the boxing? Nacho Beristain. They asked him.
Serious?
Yeah, Nacho Beristain once said that the only fighters he loved to train were the orphans because he didn't have to deal with fathers.
Arturo Alvarado says, "Is this why the father-son team doesn't work out most of the time?"
Exactly. Most of the time, it doesn't work out. It's rare. It's very rare.
It's rare.
When you got a fighter and a son, a fighter and a father, combination. But I mean, if you see, there's probably 100 fighters that bring their parents along, the mom, the girlfriend, or whatever, and maybe 2 or 3 because they make it work. But the majority, the high percentage, it will not work.
Yeah, because you're around your dad. I mean, especially as you're growing up, like you become a teenager, you start resenting your dad a little bit. You want to have some space. It's just the natural progression as a teenager.
Yeah.
You don't appreciate him until you're older. But then you go to the gym and he's around you on you. You go home, he's around you on you. It's just like there's no space. You got to have space in your life.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing, Beto. The reason why, and I figured it out working with kids for many years, is like kids, your son, your daughter, they already know your weakness. They know your weakness from the beginning, because remember, blood's thicker than water, right? It's like, I mean, you as a parent, if you start telling the kid, hey, let's go, let's do this, and they're like, you see their reaction, and you're like, oh, you know what? Don't do it, because you feel sorry for them. They know their limits with their parents. That's the reason why they become that. I mean, even your kids, your daughters, I mean, your sons, your daughters, they know your weakness already. Even when they ask you for something, Dad, can you buy me this? And no, you're not gonna. And then they give you that face like, all right, get it. There's an example. They know your weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same thing in boxing. If your son Mateo, you take him to a basketball game, and he's tired, and you're telling him to do, okay, you know what, Mateo, go give me 15 laps. And they're like, nah, I'm tired, because he's just like, okay, mijo, just give me 5, And it's like that, because they already know. They already dialed you in.
Yeah.
That's the reason why a father and son relationship in a sport does not work the majority of the time.
Yeah, for me, once my kid got good in sports and he started playing like the upper level stuff, I'm like,
leave him alone.
I'm done coaching you with you. And my rule was always this: we will talk about the game, and I'm not yelling. I'm more constructive criticism. I record and I send the videos on. Look at this and that. As soon as he gets in the car, my rule is we don't talk about sports at all. It's just done. When he was a kid. Now he's in high school because he has different goals. And he's mature. You guys know him. He's a smart kid. So we talk about what the plan is for that day. Because he goes and works out like at 6 a.m. So we're driving on the freeway and I'm talking about, okay, the plan for this, and this. But after a game, I don't say anything about the game. I'm like, here are the videos. If you want to watch them, cool. Because it's your dream. It's not mine. Like, I'm good. I'm doing what I got to do.
Watch, Beto. This reminded me of something that is similar to a father and son thing, a father and son team. In my career as a trainer, I've had 3 fighters in my camp. They come with their trainers, so they just come here so that I can help them, right? But I'm not the trainer. I'm just here to train, to help them get better, correct them or whatnot, right?
Mentor them
and stuff.
Okay.
And those 3 fighters that have been here with me, with their trainers, they come from another country. They train in my gym, and the trainer is always like telling them what to do, what not to do, and they leave. And sure, I mean, weeks later, I get that meeting. Hey, coach, can I talk to you? Sure. So we go in the office and they're like, Coach, I'm tired of this guy. Who? My coach. Why? Man, we're here in the gym and he's pushing me hard. I'm doing everything he tells me. And he just, when we go to the house, we're at the house and he's talking to me about what I did at the gym, what I need to do, what I did wrong. They're like, man, I'm tired. Like, before we go to sleep, he's on my ear telling me what he wants me to do tomorrow. Like, man, I need to break. The thing is this, and this is similar to a father and son. When they're together, you got to separate that. Like, when you're at the gym, you're working. You're boxing.
Go at the gym.
You're at the gym. Leave it in the gym. When you go home, be a father. Don't be a trainer. There's people that don't know how to separate that situation. You know what I mean? It's same thing with trainers. When you have trainers, me as a trainer, I'm never calling my fighters, hey, you need to do this. No. You know what? We already did it at the gym.
Even after fights.
We do boxing at the fights. But when they leave the gym, hey, they need that break. They need that clean mind where you don't have somebody just keep ringing a bell on you. And that's what people don't realize that. And that's the problem with parents and kids. Imagine you take Mateo to play basketball and you're telling him, Mateo, do this, do that. And then you guys finish your game or finish training and then you come home and you're talking to Mateo about what he did at the game, what he did right, what he did wrong, and what you want him to do tomorrow.
No, and father, I don't even want to talk about it that much.
That's the problem, right there.
See, that's one thing. That's one thing that with Lee Espinosa, when we were training with him, we would go to the gym, we would work out, do our thing. In the morning, we would do our running, go eat breakfast, and then we'll go sit down and play cards or go for a walk. But we never talked boxing while we were outside the gym. Everything was done in the gym or in the morning runs. I think that's why we were really into. We stayed with Lee Espinosa forever.
Yeah,
he has been our only coach until Joao got older and he started training us. Besides Lee, it's only been Lee Espinosa and Joao.
That's like when
I bring my fighters, when I train my fighters and on the weekends, and I have a barbecue at home and I invite all my fighters, we don't talk boxing.
No boxing stuff.
We don't.
I've seen that.
We talk. I tell most of my fighters, hey, you know what? I'm having a barbecue at my house Saturday. Come over. I have a barbecue. We hang out. We play games. We talk stories.
Again,
But we
swim,
never talk
whatever it
boxing.
is.
Hey, there's times in which we got family gatherings, and there's always somebody. My brother-in-law. Hey, so what? I don't know. Hey, I don't know, dude. I want to talk boxing today. I don't want to talk boxing. Hey, we're here with the family. Let's talk about the family. What's going on? What's going on in the family. But I'm tired of talking boxing.
If you want to talk boxing, come watch ThursDIAZ Thursdays at 8:30.
Exactly.
You can leave your questions in there. Yeah. And that's why when fans are like getting on players, they're like, oh, you're not training right now. Like, I'm not going to train 24 hours a day. Like, I'm allowed to have a life. You need to have that break. And that's the most important thing, especially for boxers. You guys need to have that break. You got to go be a kid. I don't know how we got into the subject. That was good, though.
Boxers, you got to have your break. Your hard days and your easy day and your light day.
Yep.
Because you don't want to burn your body.
Yep.
And when you're boxing, you have to take your break. The third, fourth, and fifth round. Well, at least me.
Toño, the next fight you work, the back of your T-shirt has to say, "I was taking a break." Like that's what you. All right, now we got okay. Now okay, as we're gonna wind down the show, Toño, what is going on with the picture? Why do you have that angle today? El romántico, el bigote.
Hey,
what's going on?
My wife's watching the show in the room, I guess, and she came out here. She said, "Hey, why don't you flip around? They're gonna criticize me because of the picture."
Oh, we've been criticizing you.
No, you haven't.
No, your wife she's wonderful. She's fantastic, beautiful human being. She's great. But Toño,
beautiful.
No. She has a big heart. Everything. Toño, okay.
Yes.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 25.
Okay. And el bigote, what's the story with that, Toño? No, not the one now. The one in the picture.
I've always had it. I mean, it's parecía Cantinflas.
Antonio, now, we know that you want to come on the show. As soon as you heard that Roberto wasn't going to be on, you went, you got the special
Even
lights.
if Roberto was in.
He charged the iPad.
Yeah, you charged the iPad, you got the special lights, you got the light. But this is the first time, right, Coach, that we see that angle? First time we see the wedding picture?
See,
He did.
I'm always on that side right there. I'm always sitting there.
No,
so I might change the angle today.
What's the story, Antonio? Are you in trouble?
Yeah.
No. You in trouble? Hey, am I in trouble? No.
He's taking a break.
No, it's just because I was tired of the same angle todo el tiempo. I said, I might change it up today.
Toño,
I was even going to change a different shirt.
I got a sauna behind me, bro. Like, are we worried about this?
Dude, but I can't put a sauna in the back. My wife will tell me, like, what are you doing? I can't cover her.
Hey, she's telling you, look, she's telling you right now, what are you doing?
Hey, if I cover her up, she's going to get mad at me. You know, women, you can't.
She's mad. Well, she's mad at you because you have it right now.
No, but the thing is that women are hard. Like, if I have her on, she's mad. If I cover it, why are you covering me? Like, you're embarrassing me? Like, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
You know how it is.
Right.
I do know how that is. That's why I'm single.
Hey, Beto, you know what I just found, and I was gonna put it on. The first boxing shirt I've ever had when I became a champion, I was gonna put it on, but I said, nah, I'll leave it for the next one.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, you know why I didn't put it on? Because you said, Toño, you have 3 minutes to log in.
Okay, Toño.
So
Coach, what are the odds that Toño has that shirt right next to him?
No, I don't. It's in the room. It's in the room.
It's the first shirt that you wore when you became a champion?
Well, the that was made for me.
Okay,
when I was a champion.
Toño,
yes.
Go get it. Take your time, and everybody, get your phones ready because we're gonna start screenshot.
I got my first and my last. You want my first and my last?
Oh, now he has 2 shirts, Coach.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
No, hold on. Oh, you want me to save the last one for next week?
Toño, Toño, go get a shirt. Go get a shirt. Go get the shirt, Toño. If you don't,
hold on.
Cut him.
He wanted us to tell him so bad. He wanted us to ask him, Toño, go get it. See, and he's still talking. See, look, and because this is, I'm showing you guys the behind the scenes where I can change the different angles. So, you know what? I'm gonna take a picture of this right here where it says Toño Diaz and then a picture of him and his wife.
He's arguing with his wife because of that background.
How fast did you get that shirt?
Huh?
How fast was it?
He had it ready like the iPad.
Oh,
I
my
told you.
God.
No. I didn't have it ready. It was in my room. I told you. I just found it. I know where it was at. I didn't have to look for it.
Tonyo, catch your breath. You're out of breath right now. You ran over there to get your.
No, I
Take
did.
a break. Take a break.
Take a break. Oh, here we go. All right. Now, Tonyo, before you show it, what is this shirt that you're about to show us?
This is the first shirt that was made for me from a friend of mine. Well, actually, I made shirts when I became a champion. My friend told me, "Hey, I'm gonna make you some shirts for one of my fight for my first title defense." So this is the first shirts I've ever had in my boxing career.
All right. What do
The
we
first
got?
ones.
What year is it?
The 98.
1998. 1998. Has this shirt been worn?
Take it to a museum.
Yes, once.
Okay, this shirt has to be hung inside the new gym.
I think
No.
in my office.
All right.
No.
Go for it, Tonyo.
He don't have an office.
Antonio Diaz, world champion, IBA world champion. All right. And the back says, go ahead. Who is that?
Damn, that's him.
That's not you.
Like Cha-
No, it was just the
Chavez
logo.
Senior.
Who is that? That's not you.
exact.
No. Hold on. Keep it up there.
But look at the name.
Hold on.
Look at the. It was just a.
Do it again. Because everybody take a picture and then tag him on Instagram that you saw the shirt.
Okay. Let me tell you.
No.
The picture's not supposed to be me.
Show the picture. Show the shirt again.
Pic-
Show Antonio Diaz. Okay. 1998. What size is the shirt, Tonyo?
Medium.
Medium.
This is a large.
Oh my God, Tonyo.
We're gonna raffle it, Toño. 25 cents a ticket.
Let's raffle it.
Yeah, raffle it off. Tonyo, how come that shirt can't get hung up in the new gym?
Oh, it's gonna get hung up in my office.
Oh, because he hasn't asked me for permission. And I'm gonna allow it.
I don't need to. It's either gonna be hung up right there, or we're
it's
not
gonna,
gonna
it's
open
gonna
it
be
up.
hung up in his office. I don't think people want to see it in the restroom every day.
What?
That's his office.
Oh hell no.
Tonyo, how many shirts do you have?
You know what? I was looking the other day. I was going through some of my stuff, and I found that shirt, the one I showed you the other day, and I have like three other shirts that were made for me. As a matter of fact, Joel has one that I have. Remember the one that was made for my last fight? Mm-hmm. The black
You don't
one
have
with
it?
the green and yellow. I have it too.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey,
That
for
shirt.
next week.
That shirt. That's Apollo Creed on the shirt.
That's a photo.
Somebody else says Sugar Ray Leonard is on Tonyo's shirt. All right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's Chicanito. R.I.P. is on your shirt.
No, bro. Look at it. No, it's not.
No, it looks like Chavez. Look, it looks like Chavez. Senior.
It does look like Chavez.
Yeah, it looks
No,
like
it's an ugly chato.
It does.
It's an ugly chato, dude.
No, you know who that is? That's Julian Jackson, bro. That's it.
Look at his shorts. It's me.
Tonyo, who is that?
El pirata
Look at his
de
shorts.
Culiacán.
It's me.
Es el pirata. Dude, Tonyo, it's Jeremiah Gallegos on the shirt. That's it.
No, it's not Jeremiah.
With a little tuxedo.
The little tuxedo, Tonyo. That's
It has the last name on the shorts. That's me.
That's okay.
I mean, no. I'm just saying that was one of the first shirts ever made for me.
That's
in boxing.
cool.
Yeah, the guy did it in his garage.
Oh,
He made it in his garage, and he made me like 20 or 30 of them, and I gave them away to
I will
people.
show you one of mine, but it's black and white. I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, it's made out of stone.
Here it is. It's Tonyo after the Margarito fight. There it is.
Come on, Artie.
The choose.
Remember, I fought Margarito in 2002, March 16, 2002.
Well, they were predicting the future
this-
with that shirt.
And this shirt was in 1998.
Yeah, you're the.
Like this is how Antonio's gonna end after he fights Margarito.
Oh, man.
Ay,
Why do you
Tonyo.
have to mention that, dude?
There it is. All right, Tonyo, good appearance today. Good job. We're gonna wrap this up, get you guys going, because Coach has to sleep in tomorrow, man. Leave him alone.
He's not going to sleep in.
Hey,
He has to be in the building.
Okay.
Look, I'll show you a message right now.
Oh, come on, déjenlo.
I was gonna sleep in. I was gonna sleep in, and I get a message from Leo. Coach, at 7:30, can we go to the new gym to check out the tile for the office?
7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 7:30, I gotta go get a COVID test. I gotta work too.
Yeah. So.
And then I gotta golf.
I was gonna sleep in, but right
Beto,
now at 8:05,
Joao,
I get the message.
7:30 is it's late for Joao. Joao wakes up at 5:30, 5:30, 4:30.
But didn't you hear the start of the show? We're tired, bro. We're tired. You gotta recharge
Joao
that battery.
sleeps in. No, when Joao sleeps in, it's like me. We sleep in. We wake up at 6:30. That's sleeping in.
Con los
That's
gallos.
sleeping in for us. Waking up at 6:30 is sleeping in.
See, the latest like I'll sleep in and I'll wake up is like 7:30 the latest. But it's
Yeah, that's
always
late. I'm right there with you
5:30.
guys. I've been running at 6 in the morning when I take Mateo to work out. So he goes and works out, and I go run. So because I feel like what you said, Coach, the first 2 weeks of running, you're gonna be so sore. That's me right now. So I think I'm gonna do the LA Marathon in November. So I gotta start running.
Anybody that
where's that
wakes up after 7, ya se les fue mediodía.
Where's that at?
The LA Marathon?
The LA Marathon, yeah. When is that? When is it? November what?
November, sometime in November, the LA Marathon. Why?
Ben, start getting ready. Ben, start getting ready. My wife, she runs marathons.
I know she does, but she's fast. I don't want to tell her.
No, she's not fast.
She's
But
too
Toño
fast.
will?
Yeah. LA Marathon in November. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it.
She got robbed in her first full marathon. That's why she wants to do the second one.
I mean, she got
She got robbed big time. Yeah, we were in San Diego at the Rock and Roll marathon. That was her first full marathon. I remember helping her out for the training, for the running and stuff. It was a lot. I mean, I felt sorry for her.
Yeah.
So when she took off, I remember I stayed close to the starting line and the finish line. We were staying at the hotel close by there, and I walked her to the starting line, and then she left. But it was funny because the day before they told us download this app, and you can enter your family member's number, and you could track them where they're at. So what I did, I downloaded and everything. So when she left, I was able to track her where she was at. So when she was like on mile 20, what is it, like mile 20? I told my kids, hey, mom's almost here. Let's start getting ready. So we got up, we got ready, and we walked down to where she was gonna finish. And I seen her. She passed mile 21, 22, 23, 24. She passed mile 25, and then she was stuck at mile 25, and then once she went to 26, and I was like, man, where's she at? Like, where's she at? But then I see everybody at the finish line started moving like crazy, started running back and forth. I see a lot of police activity, and they start yelling, hey, we need everybody to go down to the water, go down to the water. There's an active shooter in mile 25.
No!
Yeah, they were saying that, right? So we're like, what the hell? So we're all going, they're pushing us down to the water area. And my wife told me, she goes, when I was running, I saw my time. It was like 4 hours and 41 minutes. And I was at mile 26. She only had 0.2 more to go to get to the finish line. So when she got to mile 26, they told her, hey, you need to walk out to the city college. It was another mile up.
Yeah.
So she walked up a mile, and then like 15, 20 minutes later, they say, okay, everything's clear. Let's go back down. So she walked another mile, and they never stopped her time. So in her thing, it says she did it in 5 hours and 20-some minutes. But it was actually 4 hours and 40-some minutes.
Yeah, that last mile of a marathon. I've done 3. The last mile of the marathon is the worst.
The worst, yes.
It's the worst. Physically, mentally, it's training. I can't even imagine. Pobrecita. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the LA Marathon. Just because I got nothing else to do, so I think I might as well start training.
I got nothing else to do.
Because the summer's coming up.
You got golf?
Yeah, I got golf, but if the summer's coming, and if I don't have something to train for, then I'm just gonna get loaded. I'm gonna be fat, and I can't have that. I'm gonna be a bridger weight.
Beto, but it's nice. It's nice for you to get ready out there where you live. I mean, you live in Carson, dude. Like you wake up in the morning, 7, 8, 9 in the
get ready
morning,
over here in
and
Indio.
Nope.
And the weather, dude. Right here, my wife had to get up in the morning at 6 in the morning, dude. And she would start running. She would finish like around 9, 10. And dude, the weather was already like 110, 115. Like, dude.
No. The long runs on Saturdays. The long runs right there in La Playa, nice and easy. Smooth. Gotta do that. You gotta even it out.
How do you prepare for the full marathon? Do you have somebody helping you out?
No, there's a program called Hal Higdon, Higdon. He gives you an 18-week training program where you run 4 days a week, and it gives you the different, like each week you start building up your mileage. Like the first week you run
wife,
like 4 miles. Then you build up. I've never followed it because I've never really trained for it. That's why my time's been bad. So I just wouldn't go and do it. So,
See,
soy gallo. When I'm in my 40s, I have to train.
My wife, she has she follows a Nike app, and she'll put like have a marathon, full marathon, and they'll tell her like how much you gotta run every day. And there's days that'll tell her you run 3 miles today.
Yep.
But you have to do like 30-second intervals or 1 minute intervals of fast every 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's terrible. I don't recommend it for anybody. It's terrible, but I'm gonna do it.
I remember on Saturdays I would take her. She'd do like 17 miles, 18 miles. To the last time she did was like 22 miles. I'm like, dude, like.
Yeah, so you build up. It's like you guys getting ready for a fighter, where you spar him, you get him up to the rounds. Then the last 2 weeks you start tapering down. So that way when you get there, you're fresh, bro. The thing is, like, you're paying hundreds of dollars to run a marathon where you can just do it for free. Pero I almost mental, but you know me. I'm sponsored, bro. We'll be all right. We'll take care of it.
Yeah. Can we get a sponsor?
Your wife can because she's an angel and puts up with you. So yeah, you can.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. All right, Coach. Grand opening, is it coming up soon?
Soon. I will let you guys know as soon as everything's ready. The thing is, what I'm gonna do is, due to the fact that I need to get out of where I'm at right now and move in over there, I'm gonna move in, and I got little touches that I gotta finish. And once everything's finished, and then we have a grand opening.
Yep. Toño, I just got a text right now that says November 7th is the LA Marathon.
November 7th.
November 7th.
I'm gonna tell my wife. She wants to do that one, the LA one.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, so November 7th, we'll see you in LA. Coach, we'll talk to you. Hold on, let me look at my schedule.
We'll do ThursDIAZ in LA.
No, I'm talking for next week.
Hey, bring that bottle of tequila for Thompson. We're gonna have a carne asada over there. That day of the weigh-ins.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, on Saturday?
Can I sneak in?
Remember how we did it last time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no bubble. There's no bubble, so we'll do it. All right, Jeanette, we're ready.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah, next Saturday.
There's no bubble? There's no bubble?
Not for me. It's for because I don't have to go in the ring.
Only for the fighters.
Yeah, the fighters are their personnel, but for me, I don't have to go in the ring, and I'm not around it. So the bubble restrictions are getting eased up here in California. All right, so we'll see, Coach. I'll see you next Saturday in Corona. Toño, I'll see you next Thursday on ThursDIAZ as you're watching the show. And thanks to everybody who watches us every single week. Saturday on DAZN, Devin Haney against Jorge Linares will be a good scrap.
Be a great
also,
fight.
Jason Quigley and Shane Mosley Jr. will be going at it. So we'll be talking more about it. I did get confirmation that for the July 9th show at LAFC, ThursDIAZ will have a group of tickets that we're going to be able to give out. So for the July 9th show at LAFC Stadium, tickets go on sale June 2nd. But we're here on ThursDIAZ. We'll have some for the people watching. Antonio, you don't get any. You're going to give them away to all your fans.
Can you give some to one of my fans?
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
Toño.
Artie.
Toño.
Alvarado. No.
No. Don't be doing shout-outs. Toño.
No.
Here you go. There you go.
Over and out.
Ready? Toño. You're going to get 12 seconds. No, wait, hold on. In boxing, you get an 8 count, right? Toño, you get
10 count.
8 count for your shout-out. Ready? Go.
Okay, I want to say thank you, everybody. It's Beto, Joao, thank you for the show. Shout out to Beto, Tutu, Allen, Nono.
Done. All right, fight's over, Toño. There it is. That's it. Toño's done. Toño is done. We will see you. Coach, thank you as always for everything. We'll talk to you guys next week. Another edition of ThursDIAZ. Go rate, review on iTunes. Leave a message, leave the comments, and we'll see you guys next week. Buenas noches, everybody. Thank you.
Later.